a lot of the work that you do really is about helping men define what modern masculinity looks like. So what would be your definition of that?
Yeah, so I think there's twofold, right? I think the one thing is kind of where the industry is, and the next one is where I take it further. So I think where the industry is getting in touch with your feminine side, which I think is really critical and really important. Right. I think if you talk to a lot of therapists, they're going to say that men need to be more sensitive, men need to be more in touch with their feelings, men need to be more okay, nurturing and loving and being supportive, which is all true. And I do think that the modern man is both in charge and both has a relationship with, maybe it's a better word than in charge, is in a relationship with their masculine and their feminine. And I think a lot of men do need to nurture their feminine side. But I think what the world is lacking is actually healthy masculinity. And what that looks like is very
Mm.
different than getting in touch with their femininity. It looks like being an ethical leader. It looks like practicing mastery or being an artisan is how I talk about with like a lot of guys, like getting really good at a craft, whatever the craft can be. It doesn't matter what it is. I know you have a background in cooking, right? I love cooking, right? Like the idea of like getting really good at something. Again, the thing doesn't matter. I think that's where modern masculinity comes in. Like being good at traditionally female roles, like, I don't know, pottery or poetry, doesn't matter. It's about like being good and pursuing artisanal beauty in something. I think is very masculine. Being a
Mm.
craftsman, you know, I think living with honor, right, is very masculine. Of like doing the right thing even when it sucks, even when it
Yeah.
hurts. I think building strength, right, and not just physical strength, but emotional strength, right? Being the person who shows up during a funeral, being a person that calls your friend when you know that they're going through a tough time, being the person that delivers food when somebody is sick, right? That's real strength, especially in the modern era. It's more that emotional, social strength, less of the physical, muscle man stuff. And the
Yeah.
last one is courage, right? Which is the idea of being scared and doing it anyway, right? Similar, which is different from bravery, which is not feeling scared. Courage is like, I'm losing my shit right now, but I can still operate while I'm scared. Moving towards fear, seeing it as an invitation versus something to run away. So those four: strength, courage, mastery, and honor. Jack Donovan talks about that in his book, The Way of Men. I've built on it a little bit, I think, but those are what I think healthy masculine and modern masculinity is.